Purple is the best color for Twitch. Just got out of the shower. My hair's all wiry and poofy.
ECP の最新型ポリスカーだ。ビヨンド内では向こう外車両しか走行してはいけないことになっているんだ。排気ガス0、電気6、ソーラー4の併用車だ。
それでここにはガソリンスタンドがないのか。
充電スタンドならあるがな。ホームと違ってバッテリーの重金属回収も徹底されている。
Oh, we do have a vehicle. Very cool.
ジョナサン、乗れよ。
何年ぶりかな。江戸の無茶な運転を体験するのは。
ホームのスポーツカーとは違う。そんなにスピードは出ん。安心しろ。コンピューターのサポートシステムを搭載した知能カーだ。
ちょっとは安心だな。
Really aggressive language sometimes in this game. I don't hate it. It's just...
なんだ。
あれが最新のパトロールの方法だ。コロニー内をわずか数十分で巡回できる。
俺たちはまさに時代遅れだな。
さあ、俺たち流の捜査に出かけよう。
I wonder if those have zero pollutants. If they're like ion engines or something. No, you couldn't use that because it would reflect ion radiation.
ヨナさん、タバコはダメだ。
禁煙者か。
コロニー内での喫煙は禁止なんだ。
このタバコは副流煙の出ないもの。肺がんになるのは俺だけです。
ここはホームとは違う。ここでの喫煙は立派な犯罪だ。
Best in e-cigarettes.
肺を提供するドナーにもなれん。道徳的にも恥じる行為だ。
いいはつけん。口に加えてるだけだ。
しかし、いつからだ。昔は吸わなかったろ。
迷惑はかけん。
ここにしばらくいればやめられるさ。
そうかな。
そうさ。必ず吸わなくなる。そのうちな。
What does that mean? What is that supposed to mean? Is that a threat? Dad? Mom? Cousin? Joe? Takagawa Pharmaceutical.
ここが徳川製薬のビヨンド研究所だ。まずはここから捜査に取り掛かろう。
Okay. Let's take a look here. Looks like a lamppost. The type of lamp has a built-in light sensor with automatic cutoff. All energy on Beyond is conserved wherever possible. Nothing goes to waste. That's pretty cool. This is the building's nameplate. It says Takagawa Pharmaceutical Research and Development Facility. It's written in Japanese too. So English and Japanese seem to be the two world languages. I wonder what happened to Mandarin. Looks like a palace. I've seen this design before in ancient Japanese architecture. That's a Takagawa AIO. The Hollyhocks. It's the Takagawa Group's logo, borrowed from the Takagawa family crest. Look at how big they've got it up there. You can't miss it. It appears to be the front entrance. Hey, it's open. Let's go. Alright.
ヨナさん、それじゃあ中に入ろう。
Yada. Hmm.
ここは徳川製薬の研究開発ビルだ。関係者以外の立ち入りは禁止になっているんだ。悪いがお引き取り願おうか。
He must be a security guard here. He's a little short, but he's well built. He looks like the kind of guy who's done a martial art before. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Just looking.
BCP のものだが、 ここで働いている北条健三のことで話が聞きたい。
Head.
警察？なんだ BCP か。俺はここの警備兼受付を任されている斉藤ってもんだ。で、どういう要件だ？
What is it you guys do here? This is Takagawa Pharmaceuticals Research and Development Facility on Beyond. Our main focus here is our DDS work. The other area of interest is the factory where we manufacture drug samples. How are you? Are you an actual Takagawa employee, or are you with a security company? I was originally an assistant here, but with my physique, they decided to put me on security. I'm still an official employee. Therefore, I do hold a certain level of knowledge about our operations. Good to know. You couldn't call me an expert anymore, though.
この研究所に北条健三という男が勤めてるはずだが。
ああ、確かに北条さんならうちの社員だ。何年も前からこの研究所で働いてる。俺なんかよりもずっと古いさ。
実は北条氏の捜索願いが出てるんだが。
捜索願い？そうか。それじゃあもうオープンなんだ。
ん？今なんて？
いや、会社の方から信用問題になるからしばらく様子を見るようにって言われてね。
マスコミに騒がれるとまたイメージダウンだからな。
ま、早い話がそういうこと。うちほどのグループになるといろいろと妬まれたりするから。
それで北条氏はいつから？
それがもう3週間にもなるかな。北条さん連絡もなしにぷっつりと来なくなったんだ。それでこっちも困ってるんだ。どうしていいものやら。
Interesting.
家族の方からも問い合わせがあるし、会社からは口止めされてるしでね。
Reminds me a lot of how PWA is handled, just with a lot of the courtrooms or objection. I love the voice acting. There's a real level of professionalism in everybody's tone. I agree, 100%. Like, the game is really well developed. Let's ask him. Well, as a detective, you wouldn't just jump right into the conversation. You would want to deviate, give them a sense of comfort, then put them on blast, then deviate again, then put them on blast. That way you can manipulate their mindset. So I'm just going to continue to play as if I were a actual detective, because it's more fun that way. Let's ask him about the company. Takagawa Pharmaceuticals pioneered made-in-space drug development. We are now the world leading in pharmaceutical technology. World leading, space leading, space leading. With a track record that speaks for itself. One of the true colony age businesses. I suppose our Japanese management style is one of the reasons for our success. What, never give up and pay your workers nothing? Now we jump into Hojo's address. So where does Hojo live? The most exclusive area of Takagawa Hills. You can't miss it. Huge place at the end. Takagawa Hills, huh? That's a high-priced residential area. A lot of Japanese live there. Now let's hop into DDS. What is this DDS you mentioned? It stands for Drug Delivery System. DDS development looks at new ways of delivering drugs. Before, all drugs had to go through the process of absorption, distribution, metabolism, and excretion. That meant only a small amount of the drug were ever researched at the target area. You with me so far? The translation's a little wonky sometimes. So the goal of any DDS product is to ensure the necessary amount of the drug present in the target area at all times. You get all that? Yeah. They did this in the past though. Ribosomes and microspheres in the case of cancer drugs, for instance. Okay, so what they're explaining is they would do an operation, removes the tumor, and then they would inject the tumor outside the body using electrostimuli to essentially see if the drug did anything. Microspheres would be like really small, like 10 person, one gets fake drugs, so one gets the real drugs to see how it works. There are numerous side effects. Yeah, they would be looking for side effects as well. This guy's a walking encyclopedia. Now we go into Hojo's appearance. You have any idea what happened to Hojo? Well, he was a real workaholic. Maybe all this stress finally got to him. Well, Japanese work ethic is brutal. He was holed up in here almost non-stop in the weeks before he disappeared. He couldn't have gone back home. A lot of terrestrials do that. Okay. You mean return syndrome? That's when someone who can't cope with living on Beyond anymore leaves their family and job behind and disappears to home. It happens a lot in our company since we have so many Japanese employees. Japanese people can be like that. Interesting. Hojo's job. What does Hojo's job involve? He's head of DDS development here, and also the sales rep for DDS products. The latter involves distribution information to hospitals and doctors about new drugs developed here. Yeah. I know that picture. Our president was one of the Policenauts, so we see it a lot. This is you, isn't it? What does this have to do with Mr. Hojo? Yes, that's Mr. Hojo. The woman next to him is his wife. He has the same photo in his work area. I hope you could find him for his family's sake. He doesn't know she's dead. Big house. Probably a man of vanity holed up for so long. I wouldn't think it's a gone home thing. It's definitely not a gone home thing because Lorraine went home and she ended up dying for it. Let's ask about the new product. What's with this new product Hojo was working on? All I can tell you is it's the newest product in our DDS line. Sorry, officers, but the rest is classified. There's a lot of competition in this industry, and I have a job to keep. Fair enough. Let's see how Hojo's behavior fared. How did Hojo seem before he disappeared? Anything unusual about him? He just finished work on a new product. Everything went well as far as I know. Let's take a look around, shall we? A surveillance camera? Lately they've been able to put security camera monitoring under the computer control. We've got over 50 cameras here. They're all monitored by computers, so nothing gets past them. Don't go wandering around, you hear me? That must be the DDS lab. Excuse me. That's where the DDS and R&D takes place. It's more or less Mr. Hojo's personal lab. Was. Look, a magnetic lock. The security level for this area must be higher than others. Only the real eggheads get back there. I can't let you in there. Doesn't matter what you say. Alright.
その北条の研究室 DDS ルームの中を見せてもらいたいんだが、北条の足取りを探りたい。
頼む。何か手がかりがあるかもしれん。
あんたら無茶言うな。
無茶は承知だ。
こいつの言う通りにした方がいいぞ。かえって面倒になる。
待ってくれ。面倒はごめんだ。
悪いようにはしない。
参ったな。
参ったんなら入れてくれ。
DDS ルームだけなら構わないが、会社には内緒にしてくれよ。俺はビヨンズなんだ。こんなことが会社にバレたらここで働けなくなる。
大丈夫だ。約束する。
それじゃあロックを解除するから。
Cool. Oh.
さあ DDS ルームだ。北条さんがいなくなった時のままの状態だ。あんまり触らないでくれよ。
Interesting.
ああ、それは北条さんが使ってたホワイトボードだよ。あの人几帳面だったからいつもそこに予定を書き込んでいたんだ。
これは北条の筆跡か？
間違いない。北条さんの字だ。
確か北条が消息を絶ったのが15日。
15日。予定が書き込んであるぞ。
この100の下は日本語か？
それはセットだ。
15日 K9100 セット BCCH。
BCCH 何の略だ？
うちが薬を卸してる病院さ。
この下の落書きは何だろう？なんかのマークかな？
猫の足跡みたいだな。
I think he was working on a drug and he was using black poppy and he was trying to find a cure for Karen. That's my current assessment. And then there's something else. He's got a 2D photo here. Mr. Hojo always keeps pictures of his family around. I have that picture in my pocket. That's unusual for a Japanese in the workplace. It is. It's very bizarre. That's his wife next to him. He talked about her a lot. This is the same photo Lorraine gave to me. As you can probably tell, Mr. Hojo was a jealous guy. He was very protective of his wife. Kenzo Hojo. Seems like a down-to-earth guy. Lorraine. This plate has holograms of various K-series products. They're all Mr. Hojo's work. The K3 is a DDS that mimics contact lenses. It uses a transmucosal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the ocular mucous membrane. Okay. K5 is a DDS that takes the form of a patch. Oh, that's the one that's on the airplane. It uses a transdermal delivery system where the drug is absorbed through the skin. So it's like an ordinary electroporation patch. The advantage of transdermal system is you can supply the drug for several weeks with one application. K6 is a DDS where the drug is absorbed through the buccal mucous membrane. So your nose? You would snort it? That one is a little different from the others. That's a mosquito-type micro machine that we've tried to use for administering injections. The medical establishment fiercely opposed it. However, so right now, it's only used for drawing blood. It's in certain cases. What's the blank space for? That's reserved for K9. We haven't revealed it to the public yet. We're still gathering data at the moment.
ちょっと待った。K9100 セットだって。K9 ってまだ商品化されていないんだろう。どうして病院に100セットも？
新製品は許可が下りた時点で発売までの間にサンプルテストを行うんだよ。テストといっても副作用とかじゃなく、二次的なデータを集めて生産や営業への参考にするためさ。
それで100セットっていうのは腑に落ちんな。
その病院で確かめてみた方がいいな。
そのサンプルはどこですか？
ここの試作工場さ。
そこを見せてもらえないか？
This is very small.
これは無理だ。
It's a wall video phone. It isn't connected to the outside line for security reasons. That's a partition. When DDS development first started, this area was quite big. Each K-series product had its own team. These were used to separate them. So I just want to double check and make sure we're looking at K2. Yeah, I think we're looking for K2. What's this? That's a Takagawa Group's network terminal. It's called the T-Gear 99. All the computers in the group are connected to the network. It's used by employees for correspondence and work. A special type of hardware, not available to the public. If this wasn't connected to the network, it'd be totally useless. Ah, so it's just like a thin and light. They got a lot of different machines here, just what you'd expect for a place like this. Sir Hojo used these in his research. I don't know what to tell you the truth. There's a master-slave manipulator too. Those cost a lot of money. Sure do. Nothing but the latest and greatest. It's not easy getting your hands on this stuff. Big difference from Victor's stuff. Master slave manipulator. That would be like a hard drive system. It could be a hard drive system. Sir. He's even more intimidating when he stands up. What do you want to know? Let's see, the 15th. So, according to the whiteboard, Hojo on the 15th of the last month went to, what was it again? BCCH. Yeah, that's it. He went to BCCH. He left just after lunch and never came back. That's the last time I ever saw him. So we know Hojo went to BCCH that day. Hopefully we can pick up the trail from there. Interesting. Finished? We gotta go to the hospital, baby. Wait, why is he standing up here? BCCH stands for Beyond Coast Central Hospital. It's the biggest hospital on Beyond, making it the biggest single market for us. Yeah, I'm familiar with it myself. Several of our employees work from there. We have a very close relationship. We get most of our product data from them. Good to know. Why don't we keep looking around here? We might have missed something. It might be worth asking him more about Hojo's recent behavior. Can you retake us to the DDS room? Do I have a choice? No. No, what do you want to see? I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Did he appear worried about anything? If he was worried about anything, I'd say it would be his daughter more than his work. His daughter? Mr. Hojo did all his work here by himself. He never talked much to anyone. He said she was very ill, that she needed a bone marrow transplant, something like that. Her name's Karen. He said drugs couldn't cure her. Cruel irony for him. Anyone else work with him? Mr. Hojo ran just about the entire thing himself. Research, development, and marketing. I heard he had several assistants before, but they all left. He did it all himself? Yeah, at least nowadays. Only a very select number of extremely intelligent people work here. But still. It's like this. Our company is very paranoid. Mr. Hojo's work in particular is highly classified, even within the company. Interesting. I'm sure there would have been word if he'd involved in an accident or something. Maybe he really did just want to get away from this place. Oh, okay, so DDS, so it delivers a drug straight to the diseased area. Is that accurate? Of course. With Mork, you can also control how much is released and when it is released. The artificial bones made out of bioactive cement used in people with osteoporosis and certain rheumatic disorders are also a type of DDS. I have rheumatic disorder. Jeez, what isn't DDS? It covers a wide area, yeah. Injections and oral medication can be DDS as well. Though I should mention that we don't conduct research on pro-drugs or anti-drugs here. I don't know what that means. We are also involved with production of designer foods and functional foods. The company holds large shares of market besides pharmaceuticals. Hey, John. Were you born on Beyond? Yes. I am a Beyond, born and raised here on the colony. My parents are Japanese terrestrials. Alright, let's see if there's anything else to look at before we head out. It's all medical texts and pharmacology files. I wouldn't have a clue what they say. Poggers. There's Hojo's picture. It's not like Japanese put the pictures up of their family at work. I know there was something important about... I don't think she was as happy as she tried to look. Where could he be? Alright. Let's see if it'll let me go to BCCH now. Yeah, we can.
よし。北条の足取りも分かったことだし、失礼しようか、ジョナさん。
いいか、くれぐれも会社には内緒にしてくれよ。俺が署内を案内したなんてな。
分かってる。助かったよ。
We're outside Takagawa Pharmaceuticals again. Let's go to the hospital.
BCCH へ行って北条の担当していた薬局員に話を聞こう。
俺は病院と注射は苦手なんだが。
俺だってそうだ。患者じゃないんだ。気を楽に行こうぜ。しかしあの DDS の話からするとこの先注射はなくなるかもしれんぞ。
うん。そうなると困るな。
どうして？
Titty poggers.
病院を嫌う口実がなくなる。看護婦に甘える口実が減る。
Ooh.
たくましいやつだ。
Like I was hitting on the flight attendant and she was like, nah, not having it.